Hello everyone, welcome back to New Face Entertainment. We are glad to bring you the untold facts and childhood story of Tiger Woods. Now let's dive into the biography of Tiger Woods. Tiger Woods is a professional golfer who set an amazing career in motion in 1997 when he became the youngest man and the first African American to win the US Masters. Who is Tiger Woods? Pro golfer Tiger Woods was born in Cypress, California in 1975. He won the US Masters at Augusta in 1997 with a record score at age 21, making him the youngest man and the first African American to earn the title. Woods won another 13 majors and was named the PGA Player of the Year 10 times over the next 12 years, but he struggled to regain his top form after a personal problems which surfaced in 2009. With his victory at the 2019 Masters, Woods claimed his first major title in nearly 11 years, and he went on to tie Sam Snell's career record of 82 PGA Tour wins later that year. When was Tiger Woods born? Tiger Woods was born on December 30th, 1975. Now to talk about his wife. Woods was married to Swedish model Ellen Nordegren from 2004 to 2010, and their marriage was blessed with 2 children, a daughter and a son. The daughter Sam Alexis was born in 2007 and Charlie Alexis was born in 2009. To talk of Woods' parents, Tiger Woods' father is named Earl Woods and is the only child of the African American Army officer father and a Thailand mother. When Wood was a child, his father began calling him Tiger in honor of a fellow soldier and a friend who had the same moniker. As a young boy, Woods learned to play golf. His father Earl served as his teacher and mentor. By the age of 8, Woods had become extremely proficient at the game, even showing off his skills on television shows such as Good Morning America. To talk about his education, Woods studied at Stanford University and won a number of amateur US golf titles before turning professional in 1996. He shot to fame after winning the US Masters at Augusta in 1997 with a record score of 270 at the age of 21. Woods was the youngest person to earn the title and the first African American to accomplish this feat. In his first appearance at the British Open later that year, Woods tied the course record of 64. The next few years brought even more successes, including 4 US PGA titles, 3 US Open wins, 3 Open Championship wins, and 3 US Masters wins. Now in 2003, among Woods' 5 wins were the Bulk Invitational and the Western Open. The next year, Woods won only one official PGA Tour championship. While he may have had some challenges on the course, his personal life was running smoothly. Woods married his long-term girlfriend, a Swedish model, in October 2004. Returning to dominate the sport, he won 6 championships in 2005 and was voted the PGA Tour Player of the Year for the 7th time in 9 years. To talk about the death of Tiger Woods' father, Woods experienced a great personal loss in 2007 when his father died in May after battling prostate cancer. Woods remarked on his website at the time, "My dad was my best friend and greatest role model, and I will miss him deeply." Despite his grief, Woods returned to golf and won several events, including the PGA Championship and the British Open. To talk about the birth of his daughter and more championship wins, his wife gave birth to the couple's first child, Sam Alexis Wood, on June 18, 2007. After taking some time off to welcome his daughter, he won the World Golf Championship at the PGA Championship in August 2007. Woods won the US Open on June 16, 2008, and in a 19-hole playoff, overcoming sporadic pain in his left knee, arthroscopic surgery performed on April 15. "I think this is probably the best ever," Woods said. "All things considered, I don't know how I ended up in this position. To be honest with you." The victory gave Woods his third US Open championship and 14th major title, just 4 behind all-time record held by Jack Nicklaus. To talk about his injury and the birth of his son, 2 days later, Woods announced he would miss the rest of the season because his left knee required more reconstructive surgery. He also revealed he had suffered a double stress fracture in his left thigh 2 weeks before the US Open tournament, ignoring doctors' advice to take 6 weeks off to let it heal. Woods and his wife announced in September 2, 2008 that they were expecting their second child in late winter. "Helen is feeling great and we are both thrilled," Woods said on his website. "While my injury has been disappointing and frustrating, it has allowed me to spend a lot of time watching Sam grow. I can't begin to tell you how rewarding it is being a dad and spending time with her and Helen." The couple welcomed baby boy Charlie Axel Woods on February 8, 2009. And on February 25, 2009, Woods returned to the green in their Center Match Play Championship in Tucson, Arizona. Woods played against South African golfer Tim Clark, losing 4-2 in his first tournament since his injury. And in June of 2009, Woods competed again in the US Open after putting a 4-over par in the first round. Quickly fell off of contention for the win. Although Woods' comeback had not been as auspicious as he would hoped, he remained number 1 in the world golf ranking and continued to be the leader in top 10 finishes overall. But after losing the PGA title to Yang Yeon, Woods finished the year without a single major win. Wow, the first time he had done so since 2004. Now let's dive into his marital and infidelity issues. While his life on the green seems lackluster, his personal life was in an even more serious tailspin. In late November, reports surfaced about a chat between Woods and nightclub manager Rachel. Both parties denied the relationship, despite photographic evidence that seems to indicate otherwise. On November 27th, as the story gained traction, media outlets announced that Wood had collided into a fire hydrant outside his home at 2:30 in the morning. Reports said that Wood's wife had broken the back window of the golfer's SUV with a golf club in order to get him out of the locked car. The golfer's injuries were not serious and he was quickly released. The incident arose suspicions with fans and media, who instantly pushed for a statement from Woods, but the golfer remained silent on the matter and mysteriously dropped out of his charity golf tournament, the Chevron World Challenge. He then announced that he would not be attending any tournaments in 2009. As the silence grew, so did reports of other Woods mistresses. On December 2nd, 2009, Woods offered an apology to his fans and family, expressing regrets for unnamed transgressions. But as the mistress count rose to more than a dozen women, with phone evidence to back many claims, Wood was unable to suppress media inquiries into his life. Wood was said to have offered his wife a renegotiation of their prenuptial agreements in order to compel her to stick by him. But reports soon surfaced that Nordegren had purchased a home in Sweden with her sister. Photographers then spotted the former model without a wedding ring. To talk about his hiatus and return. On December 11, 2009, Woods apologized again to friends, this time admitting to infidelity. He then announced that he would be taking a hiatus from golf in order to tend to his family. Now, several days later, he lost his endorsement deal with the management company Accenture and was suspended from his Gillette endorsement. Other companies, including Nike, Tag, Hera, and EA Sports, continued to stand by Woods. And Wood made a return to golf in April of 2010, but the golfer was not quite at the top of his game. His first competition at the 2010 Masters tournament in Augusta, Georgia, resulted a fourth-place finish. On May 9, after missing the cut for the Qual Halo Championship, Woods withdrew from the Players Championship during the fourth round due to a neck injury. Wood made his return to golf 4 weeks later at the Memorial Tournament, but delivered his worst performance in the tournament since 2002 at the 2010 US Open. Wood finished in a tie for 4th place. Now is divorce. Wood's personal life also seems to be taking a turn for the worst as news of a possible divorce settlement hits media outlets. The rumored $750 million settlement allegedly included properties in Sweden and the family home in California for Nordegren in exchange for his wife's permanent silence on Wood's philandering. Reports also said Nordegren retained full physical custody of their 3-year-old daughter and 1-year-old son. And Woods agreed not to introduce his children to a new woman unless he married her. After years of turmoil, Woods finally got his golf game clicking again in 2012. He won the Arnold Palmer Invitational in March for his first PGA Tour victory since 2009. That summer, he topped the field at the AT&T National to surpass Nicklaus with career victory number 74, leaving him 8 behind the record of 82 held by Sam Snead. The 2013 season was a triumphant one for Woods. He won 5 tournaments, including the Arnold Palmer Invitational, the Farmers Insurance Open, and the Players Championship, and was named the PGA Tour Player of the Year for the 11th time. The golfer underwent back surgery in March 2014 and struggled after returning to competitive play. The following year, he appeared in 2 early tournaments before taking a break to let his sore back heal and work on his game. Wood returned in time to tee off at the Masters in April, finishing a solid 5 under par to claim a tie for 17th place. And in late October, he pleaded guilty to a reckless driving charge for the May incident and agreed to enter a program for the first offender to avoid the conviction for driving under the influence. And now to talk about the 2019 Master win and Presidential Medal of Freedom. On April 14, 2019, Woods completed a final round 2 under 70 at the Masters for a first major championship in nearly 11 years. It was his 5th win at the Masters and the 15th major title of his career, reviving his chances of reaching the record 18 held by Nicklaus. On May 6, Wood received the Presidential Medal of Freedom from Donald Trump. Wood noted the golf ability to battle back from adversity and his relentless will to win. This had been an unbelievable experience, Wood told a gathering of family and supporters. You've seen the good and the bad, the high and the lows, and I would not be in this position without your help. To talk about his parental influence. Speaking about the influence his parents had on him, Woods, during an exclusive interview he granted in 2017, noted that my dad was always the person who would plant seeds and give me encouragement, but also would say things that would fester inside me that wouldn't come to fruition for a while. He was very worldly and deep in his thinking. Wood's mom was not left out as he gave insight into how she nurtured him to become who he is today. My mom was the enforcer. My dad may have been in the special forces, but I was never afraid of him. My mom's still here and I'm still deadly afraid of her. She's a very tough old lady, very demanding. She was the hand, she was the one. I love her so much, but she was tough. Now, overcoming insecurity. Talk about is overcoming insecurity. Woods, while growing up, had a challenge in speaking. He stuttered as a boy. He, however, didn't allow it to affect him emotionally and otherwise, as he was able to deal with his insecurity effectively. He had disclosed the problem when he wrote a letter to a boy who was feeling suicidal as a result of his speech challenge. In the letter he had written, Woods revealed that I know what it's like to be different and to sometimes not fit in. I also stuttered as a child and I would talk to my dog and he would still there. He would sit there and listen until he fell asleep. I also took a class for 2 years to help me and I finally learned to stop. It is worthwhile to note that Woods struggles with overcoming stuttering as a kid led to the establishment of the Tiger Woods Learning Center in 2006. The center, among other things, enlightens kids on the role education plays in their future. Now, knowing other facts about Tiger Woods, he owns a giant 150-foot yacht which he named Privacy. He rejected an offer to become a Thai citizen during tournament in Thailand. In his honor, a building was named after him at Nike's headquarters in Marital, Oregon. Forbes in 2009 declared Tiger as the world's first billion-dollar athlete. Woods, during his childhood, referred to his ethnicity as Cablinasian, a term which denotes an abbreviation for having different racial and ethnic background, which include being Caucasian, Black, American Indian, and Asian. Thank you for watching, and if you haven't subscribed to our channel, please kindly do so now. God bless.